All right, here we go. Bertolet getting set to tee it up. He'll kick it left to right as you listen. Again, to the near side, you've got Christian Jones. The far side, Landon Collins. Bertolet with 28 touchbacks and 49 kickoffs this year. 140 touchbacks in the last 2.5 years. This one sails. Predictably enough, it is into and out of the end zone, and yet another touchback for the Aggie kickoff specialist. It'll be his 29th of the season.
Well, Eli, I'm anxious to see this Alabama offense. Are they going to spread out and try to take advantage of some of their advantage with the wide receiver positions? Or are they going to come out and try to run the ball downhill straight down the throat of these Texas A&M Aggies? If that's the case, expect to see 8 and 9 white helmets close to the line of scrimmage.
Alabama Crimson Tide defense. The offense going to work right here. The A&M defense digs in. They'll have a routine number of players in the box right now. Here's Sims rolling to his right, loads up and throws, complete at the 40-yard line. It's the first down of the ball game. That's DeAndrew White with the reception out to the 42-yard line, and that first down being brought to you by ATIX. Let ATIX be your ticket connection to all Alabama football games online. It's AAATIX.com. Now with Brian Vogler in at the tight end on a 1st and 10. Bama from their own 42-yard line. Quick release screen left side. Here's Amari Cooper. He'll go left side with a bit of a stiff arm. Gets out to the 49. It'll be a pickup of 7. The field corner, Victor Davis, had the man-to-man coverage on Amari.
And Alabama operating at the line of scrimmage. It's not a hurry up, but they are communicating from the line of scrimmage with Blake Sims calling out signals.
Cooper wide right, DeAndrew White wide left. Single setback is T.J. Yeldon. Now Sims looking towards the near sideline, gets the signal that's relayed in from offensive coordinator Lane Kiffin. Quick throw, right side, Cooper is there. Nice move, cuts inside the D, leaving a defensive back behind him, and he's down to the 27-yard line. Again, Victor Davis, the man who was victimized by that move. A 22-yard pickup to Cooper. Floyd Raven finally makes the tackle. My goodness, he undressed Victor Davis.
Yes, he did, and that's just a quick lateral throw. They call that a now pass, meaning get it to him now and let him do the work on his own, Amari Cooper.
3 wide lefts, including the tight end. The throw comes to DeAndrew White. He'll try and find running room, gets 2 yards, maybe 3, to the 25-yard line before he's gang tackled there. Devontae Harris, who came in to replace Victor Davis, was there on the tackle.
Well, it looks like Bama's approach is going to be spread out and get all the Aggies scattered and come back with the running game either now or a little bit later.
Aggies giving up 222 yards a game through the air, 175 a game on the ground. Here's a 2nd and 7 from the 25 of A&M. Wideouts one each way. The give Yeldon, huge hole up the middle, absorbs a hit at the 20. He's short of the first down by a half yard, but did Leon Brown, who pulled, and Cam Robinson, who shot forward, ever open a huge hole for T.J. Yeldon?
Well, Bama now facing their first 3rd down opportunity of the day, and it's exactly in their wheelhouse. 3rd and less than a yard.
Bama 52% on the year in 3rd down conversions. That's 44 of 85. Jalston Fowler. He's in the slot right. Now shifts out to the wide side. DeAndrew White is in motion. Yeldon is alone in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, little stutter step move. First down to the 15-yard line, and still carries the pile. Even further down to the 12. Keep those legs chugging, and he did. We've seen that time and time again over the years.
Well, Bama came out with a bit of an unbalanced line. Cam Robinson, who's normally the left tackle, went over to the right side, and Bama shoved it right down the Aggies' throat for the first down.
Illegal hands to the face, 83 defense.
And you hear the call against Alonzo Williams. Illegal hands to the face, half the distance, and they move the football down to the 6-yard line. Alonzo Williams, the junior from Long Beach, California. So Bama 1st and goal from the 6. O.J. Howard checks in the lineup.
That's exactly why Nick Saban wanted the football. He wanted to put his offense out there and take some clock and get points here in the early going.
Backs are in the eye. Jalston Fowler ahead of T.J. Yeldon. They'll now huddle up in the backfield, getting signals from Alec Morris on the sidelines. Here now, looking, rolling, holding. Sims takes off, runs right and throws in traffic. Touchdown, Alabama! Oh my! O.J. Howard tied up like a Christmas package. Somehow the football got through. O.J. got through, and now they're going to say he dropped it. Now they're going to say he dropped it. They're going to say he dropped it, never did hold on to the football. So it is going to be 2nd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, that's one of Bama's signature plays, the play action and keep Blake Sims on the move. Then he tried to extend the play and throw a shot in there to O.J. Howard, unable to get control of the football.
Looked like he had it. He was celebrating. Everybody else was. And after a long, hard look, the officials waved it off. Here's a 2nd and goal from the 6. The give to Yeldon. He'll get maybe a yard, then peels off to the left side, spins for another half yard. It'll be 3rd and goal from about 4 yards away. Donnie Baggs and Jordan Mastro Giovanni were in on the tackle for the Aggies.
Well, this is that part of the field in the red zone. You've got to come away with touchdowns rather than field goals against this Aggie group. But Alabama looking at a 3rd and 4. Look for Blake Sims to be on some sort of run-pass option here.
Christian Jones wide left. Wide right, you've got DeAndrew White, Amari Cooper, and the tight end, Brian Vogler. Bama 1 of 1 in 3rd down conversions. Cooper in motion to the left. Sims looks that way, throws. It's knocked down and should have been intercepted by the Aggies at the 2. Victor Davis had it, then dropped the football. That was actually DeShazer Everett, I stand corrected, the man who had the interception to seal the win for the Aggies here 2 years ago. Should have had it, but he dropped it. We saw that happen twice last weekend in Fayetteville.
Yeah, Amari Cooper had motioned from one side of the field to the other. He was actually in a slotted position, and they matched DeShazer Everett to him, and Bama got away with one there. Blake Sims threw a ball back to the inside of Amari Cooper.
A 21-yard field goal try. Adam Griffith puts it up. Kick is good, and Alabama takes the early 3-0 lead here in Tuscaloosa, having moved the ball well, but bogging down just a bit in the red zone. When we come back, the Aggies get their hands on the football for the first time. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
He anticipates a lot of noise when the Aggies have the football, so the Tide defense practiced noise drills all week long inside the indoor facility, anticipating a huge crowd response today.
So we'll see how it goes as Speedy Noyle and James White are deep. Football into and out of the end zone. A touchback by Adam Griffith, his 9th of the year. Tom?
All right, a quick Alabama Power Company scoreboard update. 5:45 to go in the game at West Virginia. Mountaineers now have a 41-27 lead over number 4 Baylor.
Wow. How huge is that? It'll make Bama's win over West Virginia look even better. And whoever figured a Bryce Petty-led ball club would be throttled like that?
Well, and it really goes to show you never know. Baylor coming off that huge come-from-behind victory a week ago. They don't have any gas left in the tank in Morgantown, or so it sounds.
They're going to start Trey Carson as the running back in the pistol formation. They'll put the man in motion, Malcolm Kennedy. They'll toss it to him as he comes across. He'll run out of bounds as he turned the corner up to the 33-yard line. So Malcolm Kennedy, as he went in motion, got the toss coming across and picks up yardage out to the 30, not quite the 30-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 6. Pistol formation again. Quarterback Kenny Hill comes up to audible. Trey Carson remains in the backfield. Wideouts 2 to the right side, 1 to the left. Hill looks right, throws the out route to Kennedy, makes the grab, but he is shoved out by Landon Collins immediately at the 31. That play will gain a couple, but it still brings up a 3rd and a long 4 for the Aggies.
Yeah, a long throw for very little yardage. Kenny Hill in that pistol formation. And Alabama now with their defense, 3rd and 4 here. See if they generate pressure or try to play coverage. It looks like the Tide's going to play coverage here.
Aggies 47% in third down conversions. Hill straight drop under pressure. He is going down. First sack of the ball game. Xavier Dixon was the man who got there first and corralled everything. And as good as Kenny Hill is, Manziel might have been able to escape from that a year ago. Kenny Hill cannot.
Well, the bigger news for Alabama is the fact that they were able to generate pressure with only 4 down linemen. That allowed them to drop off coverage with 7 defenders. That's exactly what Kirby Smart and Nick Saban wanted to see.
Jaron Reed got there to finish off what Xavier Dixon started. Now the punt. Christian Jones makes the grab back at his own 28-yard line. He was lightly touched, but there is no flag on the play. It'll be a 45-yard punt and no return. So Bama with the ball and a 3-0 lead when we come back to Tuscaloosa. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
With possession of the football, go down and take it in again and run some clock. It's all about ball control today. The first time Bama had it, 3 minutes and 53 seconds ran off, and it ended in a field goal.
So it's 1st and 10 Alabama now. They'll be starting at their own 28-yard line, going right to left as you listen. A very few shadows beginning to creep out along the near side down near the 5-yard line, but basically the entire gridiron still bathed in beautiful sunshine. DeAndrew White in motion, handoff Yeldon up the middle. He'll carry the pile out to the 32-yard line and pick up a 4 on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 6 for Bama.
Eli, we've talked a lot about Justin Fowler and his contributions to this offense. He's lined up as a fullback, he's lined up as a wingback, and he's also lined up as an on-the-line tight end. So far today, he's being utilized in a lot of different positions by Lane Kiffin. 11
career receptions for Fowler. 7 of those have gone for touchdowns. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Again, they faked the give to Yeldon, but they read Blake Sims, stayed with him, and put him down. A good play there by Myles Garrett, the defensive end of whom we spoke extensively on the pregame. He stayed with it. Great fake, but he read it nicely and stayed with the quarterback.
Yeah, that was a zone read for Blake Sims, and that time he probably should have left it in the belly of T.J. Yeldon. He decided to pull it, and Myles Garrett, with those 40-inch long arms, just reached out and grabbed it.
On a 3rd and 6, Bama 1 of 2 in 3rd down conversions. Backfield is empty. Yeldon comes wide to the left. Bama looks to the right side and a throw complete. Cooper 1st down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. He had double coverage on him, but he got the football and held on. Sean Washington and Victor Davis were there on the coverage at the 41-yard line.
Well, if the Aggie corners are going to play off on 3rd and 5, Alabama will take that slant every time. Well executed by Blake Sims and Amari Cooper.
Cooper wide left. DeAndrew White is wide to the right. From the 41, their own. 1st and 10 for Bama. They lead 3-0. We've got 7:55 remaining in the opening quarter. Single setback is Yeldon at the right hash mark. The quick out route, nobody home. DeAndrew White curled in. The throw went out, and it's incomplete near midfield. 2nd down and 10.
And Eli, that time with O.J. Howard, and Justin Fowler in the game as tight ends, A&M had 9 hats close to the line. It looked as if Blake Sims checked to a hitch. Some miscommunication there. Misfire sets up this 2nd and 10.
So the 2nd and 10 now. Again, wide outs either way. Cooper to the right, White to the left. Yeldon the single setback. Defense has 4-man front right now. Bama pointing out who's who. Bradley Bozeman citing the mic. Here now the handoff. Yeldon, right side he goes, breaks 1 tackle, spins out of bounds near the 47-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 3 to Shazer Everett, finally forcing him out of bounds.
Yeah, again, when Bama's in those base packages, A&M's going to crowd the line. When Bama goes to the 3 wideout situation like they're in now with O.J. Howard on the field, they're going to go empty, and A&M obviously will counter that and put extra defensive backs in the game.
They'll say Yeldon spun out of bounds at the 46, so it's 3rd and about 4. Yeldon is wide right. The backfield is empty. Here's Sims looking right, throw throws. Open is Cooper. He is hit backwards, but still has the first down as Cooper is alone in the middle for a second, makes the grab before Howard Matthews puts him down, but still enough for an Alabama first down at the Aggie 48.
Well, a nice creative concept. T.J. Yeldon, you said, was stationed outside with Amari Cooper on the inside. He's matched up against linebacker and safety types. They're no match for him. He goes down, finds the open spot, and Blake Sims delivers a strike.
Brian Vogler in at tight end, or Darius Stewart, the red shirt from Fultondale, Alabama, in at wide receiver. He's got 3 catches this year. Single setback is Yeldon. Stewart in motion, left side. They fake the give on play action. Sims fakes throwing, pulls it down, then unloads again. Here's Yeldon on the left flat, gets the grab, dances around a defender, and is down to the 30-yard line for a big first down. He went around Donnie Baggs, and then finally was put out by Sean Washington, but it's another Bama first down, and good calmness by the quarterback, Blake Sims.
In typical fashion, Alabama play fakes and tries to throw a shot. A&M was ready for it. They had it double covered. He drops it off to T.J. Yeldon, who does the rest. Alabama knocking on the door again, 1st and 10 inside the 30.
6:16 to go, opening quarter, 3-0 Alabama. Sims now will back off. He will audible by using his hands. Play clock at 7 seconds. Wideouts either way. Here's Sims, takes a straight drop, looks left, nobody home, thought about running right, then throws that one away into double coverage area towards Amari Cooper, but it was well over his head and incomplete. Really, it was just an unload at that point as he had a lot of company coming in. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Second down and 10 for Alabama from the Aggie 30. Bama leads 3-0, 5:57 to go, opening period. Handoff Yeldon, nice stiff arm. He'll cut inside of another man and gets 9 yards on the play before he's hauled down. Nice lead blocks by Bradley Bozeman and Austin Shepard that time before Everett put him down, a gain of 9.
Yeah, Bama set their tight end into the boundary and then stationed the 3 wide receivers to the field. They found running room to that outside edge of the right tackle, Austin Shepard.
Bama 3 of 4 in third down conversions, 3 of 3 in this series. Now Cooper goes wide right. The Aggies have substituted liberally here. On the quick snap, faking the toss, rolling right is Sims, finds Jolston Fowler. He's loose inside the 10 at the 9, picks up the big gainer, Sean Washington. Forces him out, and it's a 1st and goal Alabama from the 9-yard line.
Well, when Bama stays ahead of the sticks and they can set up these 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2s, that's exactly what Bama can do. Call the bootleg, put Blake Sims in a dual threat situation. He drops it off to Jolston Fowler, and now Alabama inside the 10.
Cam Sims and Darius Stewart check in for Alabama. 1st and goal from the 9, heading towards the end zone to our left. It's a crimson end zone with the white lettering that says Alabama. Play clock at 3, 2. They get it off. Here's the toss. Back left side. Turning it upfield is Yeldon. Cuts in and around the defender. He's in for a touchdown. Touchdown, T.J. Yeldon with Cam Robinson and Jolston Fowler doing the lead blocking. And it's now 9-0 for the good guys.
Well, Alabama ran to their strength. Cam Robinson, one of the top freshman linemen in the country, led by Jolston Fowler at 245 pounds. T.J. Yeldon saw all the cars on the freeway, turns it north and south, finds the opening, and Alabama puts a touchdown on the board.
And Adam Griffith, who is 25 of 25 this year in extra points, now advances to 26 of 26. So the Crimson Tide, 2 possessions, 2 scores. It's 10-0 for the good guys.
Virginia has upset 4th-ranked Baylor 41-27. That leaves 4 undefeateds, except for Marshall.
Yeah, not counting Marshall. And again, with all due respect, the Thundering Herd not really in that same conversation. So now Florida State and Notre Dame are undefeated. One will go down tonight. Ole Miss and Mississippi State, the other 2 that are undefeated. Here's a kick. It was a touchback earlier, and it's a touchback this time as Speedy Noyle bobbles it in the end zone. and the second touchback of the day by Adam Griffith. Today's game being brought to you in part by Coke Zero. You know, there's no such thing as too much to ask. With real Coke taste and 0 calories, you can enjoy everything. So here's to enjoying everything, brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero.
Well, Eli, right now, the best news of the day, Bama 21 plays to 3 for the Aggies, and it has been converted into points. Bama on top, 10-0.
8 minutes and 45 seconds of possession time for Bama. That's the best defense going. Keep the Aggies on the bench. All right, Eddie Jackson now in on the secondary as the Aggies start 1st and 10 with a handoff that goes nowhere. As Ryan Anderson came shooting through to get Trey Carson immediately upon the handoff, and that play will lose back to the 24-yard line. So a loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11. Great job by Ryan Anderson.
Yeah, Ryan Anderson is stationed almost like a defensive end, came off the backside unblocked and throws Trey Carson for a loss.
Now Drew Niederhofer checks in as a 4th wide receiver for the Aggies. They'll dispense with Trey Carson. He'll go in motion as a quick throw across to the 30-yard line, caught by Speedy Noyle. Ryan Anderson again on the scene there. It'll be a pickup out to the 30. It'll be a 3rd down and still about 5 yards to go.
And this is exactly what Alabama wants. A negative yardage play on 1st down. Now 3rd and 5 in a situation where they can dial up pressure or lay off and play coverage. Last time Bama rushed 4, played 7 in the back end, and it worked.
Aggies nothing of 1 and 3rd down conversions. Josh Reynolds in motion. Here's a quick throw near side, in and out of the hands of Trey Carson, circling out of the backfield at the 32. Ryan Anderson again was pressuring the quarterback. He unloaded it in a hurry, and again, 3 and out for the Aggies. Trey DePriest was right on Trey Carson that time. Trey plus Trey equals a turnover.
Well, A&M was trying to set up a screen pass to Trey Carson, and Trey DePriest sniffed it out, was all over number 21, and the Aggies forced to punt again.
They had a 45-yard punt earlier by Drew Kaiser. This one again a skyrocketing kick to the near side where Christian Jones makes the grab at the 15 and steps out of bounds. He'll say officially the 16-yard line. So it'll be a 54-yard punt and no return. Timeout, 3:19 remaining in the opening quarter. Hey, folks, you want to go to the SEC championship game? Well, you could win tickets to the big game through the Regions Road to Atlanta sweepstakes. You can enter today on the Regions Bank Facebook page. No purchase necessary. Brian Roberts, our statistician, Phil just pointed out, he said the Aggies have 6 plays, 6 offensive snaps. T.J. Yeldon alone has carried the ball 7 times.
Well, this is exactly the formula that Alabama needs to adhere to beat the Aggies today, and right now it's been spot on in terms of execution from this Alabama offense and defense.
Now Derrick Henry is in at the running back spot. 1st and 10, Bama from the 16. Fake the give to Henry, rolling left side. Blake Sims directs traffic, stutter step as he crosses the 20 and is forced out of bounds at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the play. Howard Matthews, the boundary safety, was the man to force him out. Nice pickup of 8 yards by Blake Sims, who comes into the ball game now having run forward for some 207 yards this year. He's only run negatively for 44. Some good offensive numbers there.
That's the nice thing about Blake Sims is he can bootleg not only to his throwing side, the right side, but also out the back door to the left, and that's exactly what he did on that last play.
2nd and a yard and a half from his own 24-yard line. Here's the give, Derrick Henry. Nice hole right side. He'll stumble over a couple of big guys following Cam Robinson's block for the 1st down out to the 30. Oh, 1st down for the Crimson Tide on this spectacular day here in Tuscaloosa. Bama leads by a score of 10-0, a 21-yard field goal by Adam Griffith, and a 9-yard touchdown run by T.J. Yeldon. Now Derrick Henry leaves, and T.J. Yeldon checks back in.
Well, Alabama totally dictating the pace of play, the style of play this afternoon. The Aggies on their heels right now.
3 wide to the right. That included the tight end, who now comes in motion to the left. That's Brian Vogler. Sims with the snap, quick look on the slant, catch is made, and trying to break his way free is T.J. Yeldon, who was split wide. The Shazer Everett finally puts him down at the 47-yard line, but another quick release and a first down for Alabama. Yeldon must have the strongest legs, Phil.
Well, and he's got soft hands, and if you have a running back that can station himself as a wide receiver and be utilized on that kind of pass route and inside slant, that is a huge advantage that Alabama has taken advantage of so far this afternoon.
And anybody who has doubted Blake Sims, folks, he threaded that needle that time magnificently. Dakota Ball now checks in at tight end on the left side of the line. Handoff, Henry starts right, goes up the middle, into the secondary, down to the 40, first down Alabama. Derrick Henry, again following Leon Brown, Cam Robinson, and Austin Shepard, as he now gains yardage by the chunk.
Well, this is defensive coordinator Mark Snyder's worst fears realized. Alabama knocking off already 25 plays. His defense being on the field now over 10 minutes of this game. And here comes number 27, a runaway locomotive, Derrick Henry, right down the middle of your defense.
A minute to go in the opening quarter. Bama leads 10-0, and they're on the move again. Here's the toss out left to Henry. He's got it. He'll stiff arm a defender who has no chance of bringing him down, and they'll get to the 35-yard line. Jordan Mastro Giovanni was right there, recipient of the stiff arm, as was Floyd Raven, and they finally get him down at the 35-yard line. But to the right, Yeldon the setback on a 2nd and 3. 37 seconds to go in the period. Handoff Yeldon behind Shepard's block. He'll cut inside, get into the secondary, breaks another tackle. He'll cut left, angling towards the end zone. 10-5, taken down from behind at the 3-yard line. What a great job by T.J. Yeldon. My goodness, he shifted gears and changed direction. Came up a little bit tenderly, I thought, but nevertheless, first and goal from the 4.
I think that might have been TJ's best run of the year. He changed direction several times, tried to accelerate at the end, and I just hope he didn't tweak that hamstring, Eli.
Almost looked like he did. He's okay, seemingly. Just looked like he got up a little tentatively. But it's a tough call from long distance away here as the quarter comes to an end with Bama looking at a first and goal from the 4-yard line. So Bama leads 10-0 beginning the second quarter. And the Tide is looking at a first and goal from just inside the 5-yard line, heading towards the end zone to our right. The crimson painted end zone with the white lettering that says Crimson Tide. That's where they're going. Bama going now with some beef in there. Couple of tight ends and Jalston Fowler. Fowler in motion to the left side of the formation. The give, Yeldon going left, cuts back, sees running room. He'll fight his way down to the 1.5 yards, maybe the 2-yard line. Alonzo Williams, the defensive tackle on the right side, stood him up at the 2. It'll be second and goal from there.
Yeah, TJ saw a slight opening, tried to accelerate through it, but was stood up after a pickup of 2 yards, and now that sets up Bama at 2nd and 2.
And they take out DeAndrew White and bring in some more beef. O.J. Howard now checks into the lineup. So Bama going with the big old jumbos. The only jumbo not down there is me, and I really couldn't help, I promise you. Backs in the eye. Sims rolls right. He's got blockers in front of him. He tries to beat everybody to the goal line. He is wrestled out of bounds at the 1.5 yards. He tried to cut back and then wrestle, get himself through, but he could not. Sean Washington, Chris, came up to stop it.
He did, Eli, and Blake hesitated just a bit. I couldn't tell for a moment. I was afraid he was going to grab that right shoulder. Let's keep an eye on it because, you know, that was, of course, an issue a few weeks ago.
You know, what happened there is Jalston Fowler got knocked off of his route, so the run-pass option really disappeared, and so Blake Sims tried to run for the corner, and the Aggies had enough speed to push him out of bounds.
Now on a 3rd and goal from a couple of yards away. 2 wides to the left, Cooper wide right. The running back, Yeldon, to the left flank of his quarterback. The snap, the throw, Sims down low, knocked away from Cooper by DeShazer Everett. Down low. It was a low throw in any event. And now Bama is going to go for it, apparently, on 4th and goal. They're bringing in Michael Nicewander. They're bringing in Brandon Green.
This ball sitting right between the 1 and the 2 yard line. It's exactly a yard and a half out, and Alabama's got their heavy package in the football game. 4th
and goal from a yard and a half away. Everybody with beef is in there. Sims under his center. Gets it. Handoff. Running back. Power move. Touchdown, Alabama. Right up the seam. You know, that's what the beef can do for you. You give it to Yeldon, and he has the whole world parting that white sea, if you will, and he gets the touchdown. Second of the day for TJ. This one is a 2-yard run officially.
Well, there was no hesitation when Bama was stopped on 3rd down. I mean, immediately those substitutions went out there. Alabama showing a lot of confidence in Bradley Bozeman, the young redshirt freshman center, and Bama executes, gets the score, and about to go up 17-0.
Nice lead block by Michael Nicewander as well. The extra point is up and good, and the Crimson Tide now leads 17-0 over the Aggies of Texas A&M.
Well, Eli, I don't know if the Victory Grill catered some of the meals for the Alabama football team, but whatever they ate this week, they need to keep doing it because they have been outstanding so far through 15 minutes of play. Now 31 total plays to the Aggies 6, and all of it adds up to a 17-0 score.
James White and Speedy Noyle are deep to our right for the Aggies. An end-over-end kick is short, taken by nobody. It's bouncing, picked up by Noyle. He's got it from the 7 out to the 10, across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Almost an Alphonse Gaston right there for the Aggies. You take it, no. You take it, no. I'll take it, and then nobody took it. Ardarius Stewart was in on special teams. Hey, by the way, if you're in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you know, this week Bama heads to Tennessee for next Saturday at the Finley Stadium where Chattanooga's Mocs play. The $1 Million Band will be stopping by at noon Eastern on Friday for a pep rally and a concert. If you're in Chattanooga, check it out Friday at noon at Finley Stadium. Always great to hear the $1 Million Band. Now with 5 wide receivers. Hill throws, tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete at the 23-yard line. It was tipped in the air and knocked down.
Well, Eli, you're right. The Aggies have gone to all 5 wide receivers, no running backs, no tight ends on the field. They're down 17-0. We're getting ready to see them throw about 60 passes in the next couple of hours.
Jonathan Allen knocked that one down. Now a 2nd down and 10 from their own 23. 3 wides are bunched to the left and 2 are stacked to the right. Heavy pressure. Hill unloads it. Getting the grab is Josh Reynolds. He'll get around the defense and go out of bounds for a 1st down. First down of the ball game for Texas A&M comes a minute 44 into the 2nd quarter of play. Now they'll pick up the pace predictably enough, as with 13-16 to go in the 2nd, and Bama leading 17-0. The Aggies 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Quick release right side the screen. Bama trying to converge. Trey DePriest all over Malcolm Kennedy, and the play is a reception, but it loses 2.5, maybe 3 yards back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the Aggies set 4 receivers and almost a diamond type set. They're doing it again here with 1 receiver to the backside.
In the shotgun, Kenny Hill gets the snap. Everybody deploys. They fake. Hill will keep it. He'll step up, runs around Jaron Reed, comes to the near side, and is tripped up by Alabama at the 35. Nick Perry stayed with the play and tripped him up. It'll be a 3rd and 10 upcoming now. They'll spot it officially at the 38, which was the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So a 3rd and 10.
Kenny Hill tried to shoulder fake and then launch that ball downfield. There was nothing doing. Alabama covered it. He breaks out of the pocket, now sets up this 3rd and 10.
Cameron Clear is now in the formation. Hill drops back, looks, throws, intercepted and dropped by Bama. But nevertheless, the Tide's going to get it back. Nick Perry had it in his gut at his own 43-yard line, but could not hang on to that bullet pass. But nevertheless, though you'd love to have it there. It'll be punted away by Drew Kaiser yet again.
Well, nice defensive stand again by this Alabama defense. A&M tried to up the tempo. They put 5 receivers on the field, and Kenny Hill hit Nick Perry between the 2 and the 7.
Now the third punt of the day for Kaiser. He'll angle it low and away from Christian Jones. It is ugly. I mean, it's not even ugly, it's ugly. It goes rolling laterally and goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. That'll be 26 yards from scrimmage. Not all that far from where Nick Perry would have had it had he held on for the interception. We've got timeout. Bama's got the ball and a 17-0 lead with 11:51 to go until halftime. All right, Alabama now with a 1st and 10. Football at their own 36. We'll go back to our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter in a second, Chris Stewart. Blake Sims, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He's got Yeldon right beside him to the right. Wideouts one either way. Devontae Harris backing off on the near side. Now Alabama sees him throw a man down, but the tide's going long, and the ball is knocked down incomplete at the 13. Alabama had guys getting knocked down on every which corner of this gridiron. No hankies, and that's an incomplete pass. Chris?
Yeah, Eli, I was going to say, defensively, Alabama's looked so good today. Sometimes you'll change personnel, and sometimes that means coaching staff as well, and their positioning. Outside linebackers coach Lance Thompson ordinarily would be up in the press box. He is down on the field, in the huddle, on the sidelines with his outside linebackers today.
Good observation. You're right. He normally is right up here alongside of us. Here's a 2nd down and 10. Bama's got an empty backfield. Yeldon is split wide right, so everybody's in the formation. Shotgun, throw, the slant off the fingertips of the 41, looking for DeAndrew White, but Devontae Harris was there on the coverage. You know who else it's great to see on the sidelines, albeit not in the condition that he is, but Kenyon Drake is down there. Kenyon's wearing his number 17, seated atop the player bench along the near side. He's got one of those, I don't even know what you call it. I'd call it an orthopedic-like scooter, where his knee is on it and it helps propel him down the street as he goes. Saw him yesterday, but great to see him in his jersey, obviously out for the better part of the year with that injury. Here now is a 3rd down and 10. Sims with everybody covered, rolls right, loads up, throws, it's caught, 1st down Bama. Amari Cooper broke everything off, came across the formation, and at the 44 of Texas A&M made a great catch. And Sims, with his mobility, kept that play alive, a pickup of 21.
Well, Blake Sims didn't like what he saw initially. He gets flushed out to the right, and Amari Cooper moved right with him, reached up and snared that football. Alabama now on the plus side of the 50 once again.
Nothing like helping your quarterback. Bama leads 17-0, middle of the 2nd quarter. Here's Sims on a keeper, gets around 3 men, cuts inside of another. He may go. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. My goodness! Blake Sims, 43 yards with magnificent moves around unsuspecting defenders. Touchdown, Alabama! A beauty.
Eli, that almost looked as if it was a busted play because Blake Sims initially took 2 steps to his left. The entire A&M defense reacts with him. He cuts against the grain. He's got outstanding feet, and he showed a big-time burst as he ran for this front pylon and a touchdown for Alabama.
Jot that one down as a possible play of the game on our post-game review. The extra point up and good. Alabama just padding their lead. It is now 24-0 over the unsuspecting Aggies of Texas A&M. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. You're right, Phil, on that replay. Sims followed T.J. Yeldon for a couple of strides and said, see ya.
Yeah, he went back the other way, but these Aggies are in shock. They're down 24-0 right now, not even midway through the 2nd quarter.
Here's the kick. Speedy Noyle from the 1. Noyle angles right. He is hit and put down by Ragland at the 25-yard line. Great open field tackle by Reggie on the Speedy Noyle. Spells his last name N-O-I-L if you're curious, and Speedy is a great one. Interestingly, though, Trey Williams is one of the SEC's most dangerous kickoff return men, has not been seen here today. Now the Tide to dig in again. They lead 24-0. 11 minutes to go in the opening half. 2 wides right, 2 wides left. Kenny Hill in the shotgun, sends Trey in motion to the far side. That's Mason. Now he throws across the middle. It's caught at the 41-yard line, make it the 40, as Speedy Noyle, of whom we were just speaking, makes the grab. So a first down completion, biggest play of the day for Texas A&M.
Yeah, Noyle, pronounced like oil, finds an opening down inside the Alabama defense, but the Tide rushed 3 that time, dropped off 8 defenders, and Kenny Hill, with time, was able to find an open man.
Brandon Ivory in the lineup, getting set to impose his will. High snap, pulled down, handed off to Trey Carson, and he'll go right, but quickly get gobbled up by Reggie Ragland. It will be a pickup of a couple. It'll be a second down and 8. That high snap threw their timing off just a little bit. Now quickly, back in formation they go. 2 wides left. Josh Reynolds is wide right. The tight end, Cameron Clear, goes into the slot right. And the single setback is Trey Carson. Now Cameron Clear dancing around again. High snap once more. Handoff far side. Carson looking for running room. Turns the corner at the 45 and is out at the 46-yard line. It'll be third and a couple for the Aggies coming up. Texas A&M having lost their last 2 games at number 11 Ole Miss, and of course against Mississippi State. Now Bama defense comes right through as Trey Carson is put down by Reggie Ragland. On third down, they have yet to convert a third down play. Reggie Ragland last week, this week, he has had spectacular performances by Alabama, or for Alabama. Great job.
Yeah, Reggie Ragland met Trey Carson in the hole, but Eli, I have to ask. The Aggies come out, hit a 15-yard pass on the first down, and then they run 3 consecutive times against the 3rd-ranked defense in America when you're not that good running the football. I don't understand the sequence there.
Bama gives up just 68 yards a game on the ground. Now Kaiser again will punt it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. A 54-yard punt and no return. See, Volunteers, how many spectacular games has Bama and Tennessee played in the 3rd or 4th Saturdays of October?
Yep, the 3rd Saturday of October will be on the 4th this year. And, of course, Ole Miss entertaining the Volunteers either right now or later this afternoon, this evening.
O.J. Howard is split wide to the near side as Alabama starts 1st and 10 after the touchback from their own 20-yard line. Shotgun Sims, rolls, holds, dances left, pulls it down, throws off the fingertips of Yeldon at the 41-yard line. And it's incomplete. He was dancing around, everybody trying to improvise as the Aggies got through. It's 2nd down and 10.
Eli, I chuckled to myself. We're sitting here talking about A&M down 24, and they're running the ball, and Alabama's up 24, and we're throwing it.
Yeah. 9 minutes to go until halftime. In all Bama today. 2 wides to the left. Yeldon comes split wide to the near side. Backfield is empty. Aggies swapping players around. Devontae Harris moves inside. O.J. Howard, the tight end, in motion. They look that way and throw. Catch on the screen made by Amari Cooper. He'll then back up to dance around a defender and pick up 4.5 yards out to the 24.5-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 6 facing Bama coming up.
And Jawson Fowler's going to check in to the ball game here for Christian Jones. So Alabama going to go with a little bit more of a conventional set of personnel with Fowler and T.J. Yeldon on the field together.
Bama 5 of 7 in 3rd down conversions. Officially a 3rd and 5 now. Shotgun Sims. Bark signals. Gets the snap in the gun. Looks and throws across the middle. Nice lead. Catch made. Alabama's DeAndrew White out to the 35. 1st down, Alabama. Nice slant in across the middle. And despite double coverage, he makes the nice grab and a 1st down for Alabama.
Yeah, DeAndrew White getting in on the action. Runs that shallow cross all the way across the field. And Blake Sims from the pocket is able to get the football to him.
Nick Harvey had coverage, but Sims threw it perfectly on the lead. Now the handoff, Yeldon. TJ stutter steps, goes left, goes right, breaks a tackle at the 45, down the right sideline. He's out of bounds in Aggie territory at the 42-yard line. He undressed one man and broke right out of another, while Quanjo, Robinson, and Fowler hit the initial blocks, springing T.J. Yeldon.
Well, T.J. Yeldon is running as inspired as we've seen this year. And he is a hard guy to get on the ground. And these Aggies have missed some tackles as well, but give credit to number 4, T.J. Yeldon.
Now Derrick Henry on a 1st and 10 handoff. He'll go left inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line. He'll pick up 5 on the play. Sean Washington makes the stop. Derrick Henry, of course, averaging 5 yards per carry on the season. Now quickly, they go again. This time, Jalston Fowler splits wide left. Here's the inside handoff. Henry runs over a man, but he'll get the first down to the 30-yard line. First down, Alabama, as Ari Quanjo and Leon Brown literally toppled 2 defensive linemen who were in front of them, opening the run. Now Bama with 7:06 to go in the opening half. The Tide leads the Aggies 24-0. 2 wides to the near side, including Jalston Fowler. 2 to the left side, including the tight end, Brian Vogler. Sims directs traffic, points to his right, raises his right arm. He's got Derrick Henry to his right. Sims gets the snap, steps up, has to be flushed out of the pocket and throws that one away past the cheerleaders on the near side. Deshaun Hall was the man to put pressure on the quarterback. They call him Day-Day. That's his nickname.
Well, Eli, I look down and see this A&M defense, and just looking at their players, they don't have a lot of SEC caliber defenders on this unit other than Myles Garrett and just a handful of others. Alabama having their way all afternoon.
The Aggies are giving up 397 yards a game on the average. Bama's already at 335. We've not even played 10 minutes of the second quarter. Here now the handoff up the middle. Power running. Jalston Fowler carries everybody inside the 20 down to the 19. And I said it should be Yeldon. Correct myself. The block there opened things up by Fowler, and Yeldon follows him. 12 carries, 111 yards. Ari Quanjo, Bradley Bozeman, credit to him as well for the beautiful lead block. Yeldon gets down to the 19-yard line. Wide to the left, a single wide receiver. Snapping off the near hash mark. Backs are in the eye. Fowler ahead of Henry. Right slot, DeAndrew White. Pressure quickly. Sims escapes, rolls right, loads up, throws it long into the end zone. Caught, and then held on to Brian Vogler. They signaled touchdown. I don't know if he held on to the football. He did not. Meanwhile, Austin Shepard is down at the 21-yard line. Vogler went up for it. He did not hang on despite the signal of touchdown. But Austin Shepard now, the attention of the Alabama trainers and medical staff, as he is down at the 21-yard line. Austin Shepard, the senior from Buford, Georgia, at 6'5", 320 pounds. This injury timeout brought to you by the Andrews Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center, the official sports medicine provider for the Crimson Tide football team. Based in Birmingham, Andrews Sports Medicine is leading the destinations for orthopedic and sports medicine services anywhere across the country. To learn more, visit andrewscenter.com. And working on the right leg and right knee. And Grant Hill is in now to replace Austin Shepard at right tackle. Again, Hill, 5 games last year at right tackle. As a true freshman, you'll remember. He was an All-USA Today High School All-America coming out of Huntsville. He was a finalist for the 6A Lineman of the Year, so he's a good one. Now, 2nd and 10 Bama from the Aggie 19. Blake Sims has 3 wides left. He will drop back into the pistol formation with the running back Yeldon behind him. The snap from Bozeman is there. Waist high, pressure off the edge, unloading quickly. Yeldon, near side first down. He's to the 10, he's forward to the 7, and that, folks, was Grant Hill. who pulled and read the positioning and led the blocking beautifully. So he's back after the illness. Nice lead block and a first down run for Alabama.
Yeah, a little read screen for Alabama, meaning it's a design swing pass to T.J. Yeldon with blockers out front. You described it perfectly, Eli. Now Alabama inside the 10, first and goal at the 8.
Austin Shepard now walking with Dr. Kane along the near sidelines, unaided, probably heading to the locker room. Derrick Henry, the running back for Bama, with Jalston Fowler in the slot right. First and goal from the 8 to give Henry up the middle. Nobody's going to touch him. Touchdown! Alabama! Derrick Henry behind Grant Hill and Bradley Bozeman's blocks. And the Crimson Tide just throwing more gas on the fire. They're up 30-0 over the Aggies.
Well, that looked like a hot knife through butter, a hand through wet paper tissue, whatever you want to call it. No resistance there from the Aggies, and Alabama on the verge of going up 31-0 with 5:26 left in this first half.
Like my spoon through melting ice cream. The extra point up, good. 31-0 for the good guys. What a ball game. What a first half.
Lane Kiffin putting his spin on things here in Tuscaloosa in 2014.
One of the nice things to see after that last drive, Ryan Kelly, the injured Alabama center, went out and hugged Grant Hill after Hill came in to sub for Austin Shepard. Now the kick. Speedy Noyle from the 6. At the near hash mark, comes near side, goes laterally, and it's Cyrus Jones forcing him out of bounds with help from others. Jaron Reed there as well. And the Aggies will have the football going the other way, but Bama leads 31-0 with 5:21 remaining in the opening half.
Well, Alabama has won the battle up front, Eli. They've controlled this line of scrimmage on the interior with Dalvin Tomlinson and Ashawn Robinson, and the Aggies have simply generated nothing on the ground and very little through the air so far.
Trey Williams in as the running back now. He's lined up to the right of the quarterback. He'll come in motion. Near side as the quarterback throws across the middle. Boone Niederhofer makes the grab after a 3-yard pickup, then gets a few extra yards before he is shoved back on the play. They will, of course, give him forward progress. Ashawn Robinson and Deshaun Hand combining on the stop of Boone Niederhofer, a San Antonio sophomore who's playing for the Aggies. On a 2nd down and 7 now. From their own 27-yard line, Kenny Hill taking his time. Play clock at 10. And now timeout, Kevin Sumlin. He didn't like what he saw, and we could tell that Kenny Hill didn't quite know exactly what he was seeing. So a timeout is being taken by Texas A&M with 4:43 remaining in the half. 4:43 to go in the opening half. Alabama 31, Texas A&M no score. 3 wides to the left, 2 are stacked, one ahead of the other on the right. Shotgun snap Hill. He's moved out of the pocket. They grab him by the ankles. He's hit as he throws, and it's going to be incomplete as a flag. That's going to be there's nobody there. They're going to call intentional grounding, I gotta believe. Bama hit him a couple of times. Yep, intentional grounding.
Down at the spot of the foul. 3rd down.
It's also going to go as a sack. If you're a statistician, Tim Williams got in there. He'll get credit for a sack and the intentional grounding. I was waiting for a second to see if they felt anybody was in the neighborhood. The only folks in the neighborhood that time were the Bama cheerleaders lined up on the sideline.
Well, speaking of letting the horses out of the barn, Tim Williams is one of those guys that really has some suddenness coming off the mark from this right defensive end position.
So now, on a 3rd down and 17, a throw, high riser over the head of Malcolm Kennedy in the right flat at the 17-yard line. Incomplete, not even close. And Bama to punt it away. Stations, we owe you a station break. We'll have it right here after this punt by Drew Kaiser. It'll be his 5th punt of the day. A finalist for the Ray Guy Award a year ago. He's a boomer, no doubt about it. Alabama. Christian Jones watching. Kick goes to his left. He'll get it. Bobbled to the second. Gets it back. Finds a seam up the left sideline 50. He's to the 45-40. Cuts to the near side. He's hauled down from behind, but carries bodies inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Everything is going Bama's way. A 57-yard punt and a 47-yard return. Let's pause now 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. That will be a net punt of 9 yards.
Well, sweet redemption for Christian Jones. And Eli, maybe last weekend in Fayetteville was a turning point for this Alabama team because they look nothing like they did a week ago. Hats off to this Crimson Tide squad.
3 wides right, 2 to the left. Chris Black is extreme wide on the right side. Shotgun with the empty backfield, Blake Sims. He'll signal with his left hand to his wide receivers in the left flank. Gets the snap, looks left, fade route behind the D, pass caught, touchdown! Amari Cooper, 24 yards. Keep that foot on the pedal. Bama adding to it with 4:10 remaining in the first half of play. It's now 37-0.
Well, DeShazer Everett is the best corner that A&M has to offer, and he was matched up on Amari Cooper in the slot. And it's like a cat playing with a ball of yarn right there. Amari Cooper just raced by him. Alabama up now 37-0.
And now J.K. Scott is going to kick off. Bama leads 38-0, and we're still in the first half. J.K. Scott has 2 kickoffs already this year. 1 for a touchback. Speedy Noyle is deep in the end zone. Again, this is the 3rd kickoff of the year for J.K. Scott. End under end. Got too much of that one. Noyle comes up to the 9, makes the grab. Near side 20, gets hit by a host of Bama players and put down. That was Ardarius Stewart, the first guy to get there and being congratulated by the Bama defense.
Well, Eli, if this is the oasis that I described in this 7-week desert to Tom Roberts at the pregame, Bama team has found a well about 100 feet deep because they're drinking all the water right now that's available in Bryant-Denny Stadium. This Aggie team is beaten down. They are absolutely getting run out of the building. It's almost an embarrassing performance for the Texas A&M Aggies.
They've lost their last 2 in a row after that great start at South Carolina. Here now the toss, Speedy Noyle, right side, across the 25, out to the 27-yard line. He'll pick up 5 on the play. Landon Collins makes the stop. You remember that big opening game win, the 52-28 win in Columbia. Then they beat up on Lamar and Rice and SMU. They go overtime against Arkansas in Arlington, Texas, before losing to the Mississippi schools. Now, the handoff. Josh Reynolds on the toss, coming around near side. Bama stretching the field and puts him down. Landon Collins came up with help from Jarek Williams and others who we featured on the pregame. It'll be a gain of no more than a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 4 upcoming for the Aggies with 3:16 remaining in the half.
That A&M defense is over there in full prayer right now that their team can pick up a first down.
They don't want to come back quite yet. They don't want to come back at all. Aggies nothing of 5 and 3rd down conversions. Man in motion. Hill hangs in. Hill steps up. Hill's going to get hit at the 30, short of the first down by 2. Ryan Anderson gets him there. Nicely done. He and Landon Collins come up to make the big-time stop. And as Garth Brooks so neatly sang about unanswered prayers.
Well, in this cathedral of crimson, those prayers went unanswered as Kenny Hill was stoned short of the first down.
Now the 6th punt of the day for Drew Kaiser. This guy's only had 27 punts all year through 7 games. That's a high boomer. Christian Jones is going to watch it go out of bounds to the near side, and let's see where the official walks. He's to the 30, he's to the 32, he's to the 35, he's still walking. He's to the 40-yard line. So it'll be a 30-yard punt, and guess what? Tide's got the ball again with 2:13 remaining in the first half of
Eli,
play.
I don't know if you would agree with me or not, but I think this is the most complete half of football Bama's played since the second half of the LSU game last season.
Yeah,
when
no
you go
doubt.
through those last 4 games last season and the first 6 of this year, this has been a complete and total domination for Alabama.
And it's 38-0 with 2:15 to go in the first half. Here now, Yeldon from the 40. Turns left over left guard. He gets a couple out to the 42, maybe the 43. Alonzo Williams, the defensive tackle, will make the stop, and there is an injured Aggie player. That is the aforementioned Alonzo Williams, a junior who is a returning starter. He played as a true freshman last year, and he is right now the number 7 tackler on the ball club. He is raising and lowering his left leg while lying face first on the turf.
I tell you what, the Mississippi State loss took something away from the Aggies. The Ole Miss loss took a little bit more. But Alabama has taken all the starch out of the shirts of the Aggies here this afternoon. I mean, this has been as thorough of a beatdown as we've seen within the SEC in quite some time. And let's face it, Alabama over the last 6 years has dominated a lot of people. But as far as a quality opponent, this is as good as I've seen Bama play in quite some time.
You know, the Aggies have 46 yards of total offense. Heck, T.J. Yeldon has 114. Derrick Henry 43. Blake Sims has 52. Cooper's caught for 95. Those guys all have more individually than the Aggies have as a team. 2nd and 6, Bama from their own 44. The Tide is going left to right, leading 38-0. 1:42 to go until halftime. Don't forget our chat with the coach coming up at the half. Here now the give. Derrick Henry quickly into the secondary. He is finally hogtied and put down at the 45 of the Aggies. Big time. There was Jordan Mastro Giovanni and Myles Garrett who were just hanging on to Derrick Henry, figuring eventually he'd get hauled down, and indeed the gain is down to the Aggie 45-yard line.
Yeah, Bama's letting this clock wind down with all 3 timeouts. Is probably going to just work this into position for maybe a field goal attempt.
1:10 to go in the half. Alabama 38, Texas A&M no score. Handoff, Henry, nothing up the middle, cuts left, breaks a tackle, gets 1.5 yards to 2 yards, get him down to the 42-yard line. DeShazer Everett is there. Boy, what do you say when you walk into your locker room and Kevin Sumlin is looking at this assemblage of faces that he'll be looking at? I can't imagine. 2nd and 7, Bama from the Aggie 41. 40 seconds to go. Rolling right is Sims. Loads up, wide open, short throw to Christian Jones. Incomplete. It bounced at the 20-yard line. Christian was there. He had beaten the coverage, but the throw was short and off the mark.
And that was a shotgun snap. It was a little bit low, and as Blake Sims sprinted to his right, I'm not sure he had a good grip on that ball because it came up well short of Christian Jones, who had found an opening. Now Bama facing his 3rd and 7, and they need at least potentially 6-7 yards here, if not a first down, to have a realistic field goal shot for Adam Griffin.
Bama is 6 of 8 in 3rd down conversions today. Here's a 3rd and 7 from the Aggie 41. The Aggies bring a host into the box, setting up a screen. Here's Derrick Henry. He's to the 35. He's open to the 30. He angles left to the 20. Turns it upfield. He's going to go. A screen pass that goes for a 41-yard touchdown behind the blocking of Ari Kwanjo. Do you believe this? My goodness gracious, the Tide's up 44-0, and we're still not finished with the opening half.
Eli, we're sitting here talking about 6-7 yards of potential first down. Alabama throws a basic screen pass. They get attached to every A&M defender in the back end with a blocker, and Derrick Henry is off to the races and into the end zone. Bama has almost hung a half 100 on the Aggies in the first half.
The extra point is up and good. It's 45-0. You know, the word awesome that everybody throws around now, that's even shallow. Awesome is, I mean, awesome's awesome, but this is beyond awesome. That's really, really good, as our engineer says in my ear, Tom Stipe, that this is really, really good.
Well, J.K. Scott's going to take another swing at it for a kickoff here for Alabama.
It'll be his 4th kickoff of the year. He has 1 touchback. This one is low, a line drive bouncer. It'll get through to Noyle at the 10. Beatty's to the 30. Oh my gosh, he gets hit so very hard and is just put away by Reuben Foster. And the Alabama special teams come out onto the field as though they have just won the national championship. That was one of the most devastating hits Reuben Foster just laid on the formerly speedy Mr. Noyle.
You know, Eli, Coach Saban talked a lot this week about the players enjoying that win last weekend and emotion. It was the most emotion that we've seen from this team. But today, this group has been fired up. Every time a Bama player has made a play, there's been almost a celebration on the sideline. I don't know what triggered it, but whatever happened in the past 6 days, Bama needs to do more of it.
Now, Kenny Hill from the 20. Throws long, near side, nobody home with good coverage by Alabama's Cyrus Jones on the intended receiver. Looking for Speedy Noyle, who had 100 yards of receptions against Ole Miss, had 11 catches for 105 yards, albeit in that 15-point loss to the Rebels. Now a 2nd and 10, Aggies in their own 31. 9 seconds to go in the half. Don't forget, we'll hear from the coach at halftime. That's going to be a fun interview. Here now the snap to Hill. Pressure, he's flushed in the pocket. He'll slide out to the 35-yard line, and the half is going to end on that play. Listen to the crowd. Do you believe what we have seen here thus far today? Nick Saban and his coaching staff and his players prancing off the field, while the Aggies look like dead men walking.
Let's go down quickly to Allie LaForce with Nick Saban.
Coach, have you ever seen a first half this dominant?
Well, you know, I'm really proud of our players. They really played well in the first half, and we asked them to dominate the team, and, you know, they've done that both sides of the ball and on special teams. So, you know, it's a 60-minute game. You know, we got to play in the second half, and hopefully we'll get to play a lot of players.
On Monday, you defended them. You stuck up for them when the fans called them out for the 14-13 win. Do you think they're responding because of that?
Well, you know, I think these guys really want to do the right thing. I think they really want to be good. I think sometimes maybe they don't know how, and I think that by standing up for them sometimes that gives them a little confidence.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Hey, now to Chris and the coach.
Coach, nice half.
Yeah, we played pretty good in that half. Offense did a nice job. Defense did a really nice job. And, you know, we got 30 more minutes to play, and a lot of players ought to get an opportunity to play. This team can score points fast, so we're going to have to continue to play.
Thank you.
All right, Chris, did I hear a smile on the coach's face there?
No.
No? Okay. I thought maybe he said, yeah, we had a pretty nice half. I thought maybe there was just the least little smile, but
Close,
he
but
was
not
entitled.
there.
Phil, he was entitled to a smile.